La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.
How do you nurture consignment and certainty?
How do you nurture consignment and certainty? Fake it till you make it, right? Sometimes you don't feel it, fake it. So let's say, it's like one of the poets said, "Junintu bi Layla wa junnat bi ghayrina." I fell madly in love with Layla, but she fell madly in love with someone else. وَمِنْ أَصْعَبِ الْجُنُونِ جُنُونُهَا. But the most difficult of madness is her madness. Right? So Zubayr wanted to marry Zubaydah. Zubaydah was least interested. So what do? Fake it till you make it, right? Ask Allah for assistance in accepting. Don't think that you're strong. Say, "Oh Allah." Yeah? And this is one of the types of dua that we neglect. Right? Which is to express, tadarru', right? Where you express your weakness and your neediness and your situation to your Lord. And a beautiful example of that from someone who was too great for any weakness, okay, is our beloved Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? But he had spiritual neediness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? After Ta'if, read, in any book of prophetic biography, go to Ta'if, which is in the late Meccan period, where the Prophet ﷺ went to the town of Ta'if to call his people and they rejected him. Afterwards, he made this powerful dua. Okay? So, Allah, I complain to you of my weakness, and till the end of the dua. Okay? And they served in that a great instruction for us. So sometimes when we feel weak, etc., don't hold it in. Express it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but with contentment. With contentment. But then, rather than, sometimes we remain with the problem and it gets magnified in our consciousness. Rather, turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So Zubaydah rejected Zubayr. What do? The more you thinking about it won't change it. Right? Rather, ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah. Seek assistance in patience and prayer. Right? Turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make dua. Pray. Open the Quran and read it. It is Allah addressing you, and you'll find in it, if you read it with a thoughtful heart, you'll find that it's addressing the specificness of the circumstances you're in, because Allah is overwhelmingly merciful, right? He's Rahman, right? So that's how, so Imam al-Darqawi, we have a blog post regarding this from Imam al-Darqawi, that one of the most important adab of difficulty is when difficulty befalls you, don't busy yourself with the difficulty, but rather busy yourself with the one who sent it, and he will lift it. And he said, وَقَدْ غَلِطَ فِي ذَلِكَ خَلْقٌ كَثِيرٌ, and said, many people err in this. So they busy themselves with the problem, and it just magnifies it. And busying themselves with the problem, meaning by worrying about it. Right? And we distinguish between worrying, which is against the sunnah, and concern, which is the sunnah. Concern is the thought that leads to realizable action. Right? So concern is positive, which is when you think about what can I do that is within my ability given circumstance. And concern is from the sunnah. Worry won't change anything. How come she said no? Even if you figure it out, can you do anything about it? No. Right? So don't busy yourself with the problem. Busy yourself with Allah. And sometimes even practically giving yourself that spiritual time lets you go back to the problem, and then you can look at it with the perspective of concern rather than worry. And it'll give you clarity and perspective.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.